Hello guys, and welcome back to this channel for another video. So I want to rant about something because I've been hearing a terrible investment advice on many YouTube channels and on CNBC, and that is, if you have been losing money in this current market, then you should, cash out all your money and invest into investment funds. And I think this is a horrible advice for many reasons. And I wanted to just go into details as a warning to you if you're considering doing this, so that you just hear me out, okay? If you like this video, please make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see my stock valuations and, if you want to get the table so that you can, play around and see what your thesis is with the stock and what the target price of the stock is going to be, then you can join our Patreon. The link is in the top in the description below. And of course, you will get my eternal gratitude. Let's get into the video. Naturally, the market has been devastated. People who have been picking stocks, they are looking at, okay, if I bought PLTR, depends on where you bought, but from the peak, you are almost 80+% down. If you bought Tesla, you are from the peak close to 50% down. If you bought any of popular Cathie Wood stocks like TDOC or Zoom, Zoom is down 85% from its peak, okay? But maybe you say, okay, this is only for the big growth companies. But then you go, okay, but what about this? Netflix. Netflix is down 60+%, I believe. Let me just double check. 76% down, yes. Meta is down. Pretty much every company is down except for the big dogs, Apple, Microsoft. Even basically in this current market, there's nowhere to hide. So then, obviously, all the time, these guys come in who give financial advice and they're like, yeah, sell all your stock picking because you were wrong to pick stocks and now you should go into investment funds. So my first disagreement is that they create this false impression that if you would have been investing in index funds, you wouldn't be down. As we know, you would be down. True, you would be less down. So the S&P 500 is about 20% down. The NASDAQ, here we have the number 29% down from the peak. As for losing money, yes, you would be a little better off. But would your portfolio be protected? No. You would be deep in the red. But here's my second disagreement. So it gives you this false illusion. So number one was that you have this false illusion that if you had your money in investment stock, you wouldn't be down. Completely not true. So now here's the second thing. I'm a guy who likes consistency, right? The reason why you started picking stocks is because you had a certain risk reward, because if the stock goes your way, you obviously outdo the index, outperform the index. But if it doesn't go your way, then you underperform the index, right? So, and now what happens is we are in a bad time, but guess what? Times are not always going to be bad. They are going to turn. Nobody knows when, but I can tell you the stock market is not going to go down endlessly. There is going to be bull markets in the future, okay? And if you change your money into investment funds now, then you are missing out. One, you're not consistent. And number two, then when the things turn, then instead of having the upside of your stock picking, you're going to get the upside of the indexes. So when you were on the downside, you had the downside of stock picking, which is, way more than the indexes. And when you're on the upside, instead of, if you're negative now, instead of regaining your portfolio and going into minus, you change your strategy and then you go into something that is for sure going to return you a lot less. And guys, certain things are at crazy valuation territory. One of my favorite stocks, currently I'm 100% invested into this stock, and that's because there is more money going to the stock market. You can download my table. The risk reward on this stock is unbelievable at this price. Tesla is another stock. And I just want to show you when things are going up. So the market was, we all know that from 2020 October, the market was going crazy. I don't have the number, but let's say that the market was doing 30%, okay? Look at this stock. They did 400%, okay? 400%. It 10x'd the index. Then we look at Tesla, and it's the same thing. On the way up, this stock way outperforms the index, right? Then you look at certain other stocks. You look at, for example, Netflix, and even Netflix Currently, it has a super attractive, and even Netflix, it has a super attractive risk-reward ratio right now. I mean, if they just manage to, I don't know, not bankrupt the company, this stock is going to go back to $400. And what's super nice is that, look, you lost, what was it, 75% from up here, but look at this. If it goes from here to 400, it's 100% on your money. If it goes to 600, it's 200% of your money. If it goes to 700, which is back to where the stock price was before, you are making 3.5 times on your money. It's crazy risk-reward ratio. Obviously, there are still things that are crazy overvalued despite the drop. One of these stocks is Shopify. I just did a video on this if you want to check it out. Even after this price drop, this stock is not down enough for me to be interested. Another semi-popular stock is TTCF. I also did a valuation on this. You can find it on Patreon. It's still not attractive enough. But if you have a strategy, stick to it, or, maybe stay with the highest conviction stocks that you have, really know how to do your valuations, look at your risk reward, and don't change your strategy. Look, when you agree with the risk reward of a stock, then you agree that it could go down, and you knew that the stock could go down when you invested, way more than the indexes could go down. And why change now when there is going to be a bull market, and then you can have the actual upside that you went into investing into stock picking or, growth stocks in the first place. So I just had to rant about this. I think it's a terrible advice that if you were picking stocks on a sound, good basis, to change now into investing into investment funds. I completely disagree with it. Let me know what you think, how much of a pain you are, how much have you lost on the stock market in the recent months, and what are you going to do about it? Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.